Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Space, where today I'm going to be sharing my full thoughts on the Amazing Digital Circus episode 7, called Beach Episode. If you thought that we're getting a low stakes chill at the beach episode, then you'd be dead wrong. So without further ado, let's get right into it. But before we get into my thoughts, let's do a quick recap first. So Kane hasn't prepared an adventure, so the cast has been left to their own devices at the beach. That's when we meet Abel. No, not that Abel. This Abel is a seemingly random mannequin who reveals he's a sentient part of the code, a programmer who gives them admin passes to escape the circus. The attempt to leave fails when Jax locks them in, and the situation spirals when Kane and Bubble appear. Kane claims the entire scenario, including Abel's existence, was merely a scripted adventure, deleting Abel right in front of them. The episode ends by hinting that Kane's power extends to subtly altering the cast's perception and memories, leaving the crew in utter shock. So yeah, a lot happens, so let's get into my thoughts. Starting with the things I liked. So the animation and visuals have once again somehow improved. Every episode I think the quality can't get any better, and then Glitch just completely blows my expectations way out of the water. Goose mentioned that Jack's got a new rig, and you can definitely see it. He looks amazing. The water effect and the reflections on the characters at the beach looks literally stunning. This is easily the best looking episode of indie animation that I've ever seen. The comedy is also once again top tier. The little throwaway gags like the sun and the fish in the lake were hilarious. But Kane is without question one of the funniest characters ever created. Especially in the diner scene with Jax. That whole interaction was so funny. Now let's talk about the massive lore drops by Abel. So, we learn that Kane is an AI solely designed to keep the cast's minds active and stimulated. Abel suggests Kane can also alter the character's minds too, and, to quote, make the adventures more interesting. This perfectly explains the stupid sauce, and Jax becoming a vegan in the earlier episodes. Abel also claims that the cast are all hooked up to stasis chambers, keeping them alive whilst their brains are analysed. This is a massive development for the story, which really reminds me of The Matrix. However, we do have to take all this information with a pinch of salt, because Abel is ultimately an AI working for Kane. Would Kane really let the cast have that much information? Also, King's smartness whilst in the darkness adds another piece to the puzzle. The first abstraction was a dog character named Scratch. This could easily imply that Kane messed with Scratch's mind, which is what caused the first abstraction. Oh, and I have to mention this moment. I absolutely love the scene where Jax saw Ribbit's arms and had his own moment of almost abstracting. That moment of raw, genuine fear from the usually untouchable Jax was awesome. But now, let's move on to the things that I wasn't so fond of. So, what I think happened behind the scenes of the show is that Glitch had a massive finale planned, and they decided to split it up into 3 episodes, this being the first of the trilogy. If that's the case, this episode really got the short end of the stick. It feels like there were maybe 15 to 20 minutes of essential plot that they had to stretch out to a full 30 minutes. This leads to a lot of padding. Scenes like the extended sequence with the fish felt a bit long, and Jax's near abstraction light show sequence, which could have been a powerful 30 seconds to a minute, went on for nearly 3 minutes. This episode genuinely felt dragged out, and ultimately, not enough actually happened. Wouldn't you agree those extra 3 minutes would have been far better spent on a flashback to Jax, Kaufmo and Ribbit's friendship? That's character development we desperately need. As for Abel and that whole plotline, I liked the build-up, but the ending, the whole it was all Kane's elaborate adventure reveal, was genuinely disappointing. Abel's been lurking around the background of almost every episode up to this point. Is Kane really that committed to the bit? It feels like an easy way out, designed to reset the tension, which undercuts the amazing lore Abel dropped. Finally, let's talk about the character side. Is it just me, or have Jax and Pomni both completely forgotten about their fight from the last episode? Jax is clearly still feeling the tension, but Pomni didn't even mention the conflict once. It creates a strange disconnect, where major character arcs seem to be sidelined in favour of the escape plot. If my trilogy theory is right, I hope the next 2 episodes pick up the pace and the character thread we've lost. In conclusion, I'm gonna cut right to the chase here. This is the most divisive episode of the Amazing Digital Circus for me personally. Usually, when I watch an episode of any show, I walk away with a clear feeling of, yeah, that was good, or no, that was bad. But with episode 7, I'm truly torn. We got those absolutely phenomenal visuals, and some of the heaviest lore drops the show's ever attempted. But also we still had the pacing issues, and that disappointing it was all an adventure reset button. Overall, episode 7 kind of feels like a massive bridge episode. It has the symptoms of a story that's being set up for something bigger. Because of that, this episode is probably going to be much better when it's viewed as a full package alongside episode 8 and 9. But for now, I'm cautiously optimistic for the final 2 entries. Alright guys, we've reached the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you thought of this episode. Did you like it? Are you excited for the ending? Do you have any theories? Tell me in the comments down below. But anyway, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!